The Justice Department wrapped its initial review of the documents recovered from Mar-a-Lago.
That's right. The department claims it found some documents were potentially protected by attorney-client privilege. It comes as a federal judge inches closer to approving former President Trump's request for a special master to oversee the FBI's review of the documents. That decision is expected to be announced later this week. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now for more on all of this. Scott, welcome. Always great to see you. So we know this decision to appoint a special master is coming from a judge on Thursday. But for people who don't know, which is probably a lot of people, what exactly is a special master?
Yeah, it seems like a bureaucratic term, doesn't it, Tanya? It sounds like something that only the federal government can dream up. It's a U.S. court system phrase, a special master. It's kind of like help that's hired in by the federal court system when they're dealing with intricate or arcane matters. Often special masters are used in the most complex of cases, patent law, environmental issues, major mass accidents or deaths. And special masters bring some level of expertise, some level of legal expertise or subject matter expertise. Some names have been put out there in the federal court docket in Florida today. Some recommendations from other attorneys as possible special masters in this case. Those who may have expertise in national records, archives records, or presidential papers. Think law professors, law school administrators, not names in the public sphere, but people with specific expertise in areas that are relevant. This is often thought to be, at times, a thankless job, a low-paying, if paying at all, job, and one that is wildly intricate. I'll add this note for context. There was a special master named to help administer the 9/11 compensation fund for families, for those of loved ones who were lost. Handing out, dispensing billions of dollars, a special master was needed because the court system didn't have the capacity or the bandwidth to do it themselves.
You know, Scott, you say that it's thankless, low paying, but also given how political this is, it's probably also political dynamite. You've given us some outlines of the types of special masters that they may be looking at. Do we know anything specifically about candidates who might be overseeing this investigation?
Well, that's a key caveat that you mentioned, that the person who may be named a special master may be subject to some amount of harassment, because we've seen others with any equity in any part of this Mar-a-Lago investigation, from those associated with the FBI, those associated with the archives, express concern about harassment, if not threats. So that's going to be some component of what's discussed Thursday at federal court. Can a special master be named? Would the name have to be public? But here's the thing about that Thursday hearing in which the judge hears arguments about a special master. We don't yet know what hurdle the Justice Department is going to try to impose in front of this plan. If they're going to challenge this, try to knock out a plan for a special master, or if they'll go along with it. We should know by the end of tonight when the Justice Department files its most recent motion in this case. But there are complexities, from the safety of a special master from harassment to the bandwidth that will be given to this special master in such a sensitive area. And also, private sector law professors, legal experts likely don't have the security clearances that might be relevant for looking at papers or records of this sort.
So many complicating factors, Scott, but I wonder whether some of this isn't coming a little too late, some of this from Trump's legal camp, because as we know, the Justice Department has already completed its review of all the documents seized from Mar-a-Lago. So at this point, what exactly could be prevented by this special master, and what more do we know about what was found in these documents?
Yeah, the Department of Justice has made clear that its filter team, it says, its FBI team that's filtering documents, went through and found a subset, a limited set of records that may impact attorney-client privilege, which means some amount of this toothpaste is already out of the tube, if not all of this toothpaste is out of the tube. I would expect that to be some component of the argument the Justice Department makes if it tries to block the naming of a special master, to show that it's either redundant, unnecessary, or potentially destructive to their investigation. But yeah, they've looked at least some of the records. That's going to be relevant not only on Thursday, but in the hours and days leading up to it.
Yeah, well, fascinating to the idea that
it is.
Maybe somebody could be appointed and we wouldn't even know.
That's right.
All right, Scott, thank you.